Hello and Happy New Year to everyone. It's a little Let's Talk. I'm going to do a little year-ending review, what I'm looking forward to the next year, uh, things like that. Be kind of brief. The year that was started out as a normal year till March, I guess, with the COVID hitting, and even normal where I could find Topps flagship on the shelves pretty regularly. Um, things like that. And you can buy a hobby box at a regular price at SRP, and things like that. But then COVID hit, and everybody thought, "Oh man, get your money ready. If you still have your job, you're going to be finding deals." Well, the opposite happened because it was a way for people to supplement their income. I think it was a way for people that like to gamble, fantasy sports, buying packs and all that, and the flipping game. It kept some excitement for them, and I could see that. I'm gonna go over a little bit of why I could see that in a little bit. Um, and it just the prices went up and up, and I mean not slowly, overnight. And you know, hobby boxes 2-3 times as much as it should be. Uh, Retail 5 to 10 times more. Um, and you can't fault the people selling it because they're not selling it because nobody's buying it at that price. Somebody's buying it at that price. And it's a breakers culture. I'm sure it's a lot to do with them because the breakers could buy it at that price and still make a nice profit if they do it right. And you can't fault them for that because even I buy into breaks to get my team. Only buy into breaks that all cards ship. It's just a good way for me to get an easy, and I do it on the cheap. I only do it at a certain price point, and it's just a good way for me to get almost all the cards for the runs of most of the products. But with that being said, it has changed my focus. It's made me even more focused. I've been talking for 2 years now how I'm evolving, and it just evolved again this year. I've worked more on my Topps flagship Met set. I've worked more on working on some of my like Gary Carter cheaper cards that I'm looking for that I have to get graded myself for my PSA registry. I've gotten more into the PSA cards this year. It's just rough. You have to wait so long for the cards, but we all know this. It's not a hidden fact. And believe it or not, I was getting into SGC before the interview, and it just kind of happened to coincide. It was nice to know they were still open, but they kind of dropped the ball, stuck their foot in their mouth, whatever you want to say. But that's neither here nor there. It has nothing to do with me. I sent my cards in. I knew it was going to take a while, and it is what it is. And beautiful cards. And I mean, I just like what I did send in to begin with was older cards. I sent in a couple of orders. Here's one of my Mickey Mantle I got back for 5. Just got here handy. Any reason to show off some of those cards, and got more into PSA. Here's some of my bigger returns for the year for PSA. This Mike Trout 10, and I did get 2 9s, and I sold the 9s, and I'll talk about that in a minute. The Sandy Koufax, and I believe that's just an 01, but I'll take it. It's an iconic card, and the Jackie is in a 2.5. Well loved. These were in my dad's collection, so they'll never go anywhere. They'll be in my collection, and I don't know whose it'll be when I'm gone, but they'll be in my collection till I have to get rid of them or the day I'm gone off this blue marble. So with that, I did sell, like I said, a PSA. While I was saying before, I could see where the flippers and the sellers are where you get that same rush I get when I open up a pack and get that hit. I did get some nice hits this year, and I went through some droughts, which I hate to use the word gamble because if the wrong person hears it, it'll try to shut it down. But it is, and and it's a rush, and you always get something for your money, but it might not be a full return. But it's an entertainment value, and we have to remember that. And the only thing I feel bad for flippers and the people that are in it for just the money, they'll never open up a pack and get the feeling that I get when I hit one of my cards of players I like. And most of the players I like are not the ones that you're going to get a $5,000 return off of. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd be happy if I hit one of those cards too, but when I get a card and I get it in my book or in my set, it's a feeling of accomplishment. And that's to me what the hobby is. It's when you do that, it's more of a job, and I have a job, so this is for relaxation. But all this has made me more focused. That is the positive of this year. It's made me know what's important, what to get rid of, and how to go about this in the future. And I think it's always good to get a positive out of it. And then with PSA, I have been working on my Gary Carters, and I completed the base set for Topps. The Topps base set was a 19 card run. I completed that last year. This year, I've been working on the I got it pulled up right here, the Master Topps set, which is a total of 106 cards, and I need 44. And you're going, man, why is it taking? Well, most of them are 80s cards. People don't get just random cards. And those, I could probably get them. I can get them in the higher grades, 10, 9s, 8s, and they're affordable. My problem is in this master set, it's stickers. Not a peachy, but it's just the stickers, and one, they're hard to find, still with the backs on them, and two, to get them graded. It's just hard for me to pay the money, $12. Now it's whatever to get those graded. When it was like $8 or whatever, it wasn't too bad. But I'm trying to find them graded so I don't have to get them graded, if that makes sense. So I have a bunch out being graded, so I'm looking for that number this year to almost disappear. There's a couple of them that I might not never find raw or any other way, but I'm having fun doing that. But I like to have a couple of alternate things I can do so I don't get burned out on one. And that's just it. And I talk about Gary Carter, but this year I started a year out. This is one of my bigger ones from Jaspy. I was in a team break on their eBay store when they sent me my Mets cards in the mail. I had a $25 coupon for a break of theirs. So I got into this Transcendent, and I think I had to pay $5, and I got 5 random players. Johnny Bench was one, and I hit the last card, a 1-1 Johnny Bench. And it's red, beautiful, just... Man, you couldn't think, man, what a beautiful card. Johnny Bench, 1-1, one of my favorite players. I was ecstatic. I didn't get one, but I got 2 different. David Wright, Mike Schmitz. I believe, Tribute, Timeless, out of 24. And Update, which I really miss Update cards, out of 35. I believe if one other company could get the rights, I'd want it to be Update. I know a lot of people want Panini. I wouldn't want Update. I would prefer Update get it. That's my personal. They're still around, and they make beautiful, beautiful cards for hockey, and they think out of the box. If you've ever seen like they're clear or ice where it looks like the piece of equipment is under a piece of rink ice in their cards, and where the autograph is, they just make beautiful hockey cards. And then I got this Upper Deck. Speaking of Upper Deck, I got this with the part of my funds for selling the 2 9s for I mean, I got a bunch of other stuff too, but I got this Cal Ripken. Try to get the glare off, not on it. Cal Ripken, Derek Jeter. There we go. Out of 15. Upper Deck Black. Illustrious dual autographs. So that was just some of my bigger cards for the year. I added a lot to my Topps flagship Mets. Added a lot of PSA rookie cards, first cards. I've sold some cards. I worked on my room. If anybody has seen that video, and what I'm looking forward to in 21 is just to see, where we're going in the hobby. I'm not the sky's falling guy, but I'm a realist, and I don't think everything that's happened with the dollar amount and everything this past year has been a necessary positive. I don't think it's like terrible, and it's all this new money coming in. I don't think is 100% positive either. It's kind of took our hobby into almost a dirty business and stuff, with because with money comes all the, everything else. I mean, just the dirty stuff, the, cons and fakes, and it's always been there, but man, now it's just, because the money's so much, that has brought it with it. And I'm definitely not all high tides raises all boats type of mentality guy. I'm not a doomsday guy either, but I think it'll be fun to watch. It's going to be fun for the National. I do expect them to have a National of some sort. I don't know if they could push it back. I know the Rosemont or wherever they have that in Chicago, I think that's what it's called. I know that's a popular venue, but they have more than one area. I think the last time they had it in the upstairs, they had a Halo convention upstairs. So they had the biggest National, I believe, they've ever had for tables, and then they had that upstairs. So it was plenty of room. The hotel I was in was across the street. They also, in that hotel, had a horror picture, some type of convention going on. So that hotel was packed. So I think everybody's thinking, it's going to be, I think they can handle it. And I think, if they can move it back, it might be better. But I've already got my room. I've already got my VIP pass. I would suggest you could do returns. I made sure, or change dates, whatever you need to do. I haven't got a plane ticket because I don't know if I'm flying or driving. And I think a friend of mine that's never gone before, he wants to go because there's a couple of friends that want to go, but they're married. That's the bottom line. And hopefully in the fall I can go to the CSA in Chantilly, Dulles Town Center, or not the Dulles Town Center, Dulles Convention Center in Northern Virginia. I like to go to that when I go home in October. Trying to get some people that I have gotten to be friends with on the YouTubes to go to that, meet me there. And just, all around, just looking forward to those things. Looking forward to doing more on here. Looking more to making some more connections on here. I am just, the community this year to me has really grounded me, has really made me humble. And just the and the willingness to help each other on the hobby side, and is really true. And I don't do the investing part, and I'm sure they're willing to help each other, but I just don't, or help us. And I hate to have a section off, but it's starting to be kind of sectioned off between, the hobbyist and the investor groups. But I hope it's not that way for next year. I hope we can all be together. I hope there's some reality in the cards. I think baseball reality for the market will come first. I think football will because of injuries and only certain players' values hold on. So I think that'll be a learning curve. Basketball will take a while. In hockey, I don't think that's ever going to really take off like everything else. And soccer is crazy because it's international. But with that being said, please let me know what you thought about the year. What are you looking for next year? In boxes in product, I'm looking for. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with the Topps 2021. With all the players that came up this past year, I'm interested because not all of them were labeled rookies. They had their debuts, but they didn't have enough playing time to be rookies. So there could be rookies, or they're going to be held back next year again. So I don't know if Series 1, it might be loaded, but we might have all 3 series loaded with rooks. And I'm just looking forward to see how they're going to handle getting the product to the people. Because even it's just not retail, it's also hobby. The prices, the normal hobby guy can't buy a box. So I'm waiting to see how they're going to handle that, and if they're going to handle it. I don't know if they will. So with that, please, like I said, leave a comment, share, like, subscribe. That's a big one. I'm almost at 300. Let's get there. Until next time, have a happy new year, and see ya.